scrolling through. But nonetheless, this is a yoga studio. I teach yoga classes, so if you want to come back, like, subscribe, follow, comment, so you remember where you are. Matt's behind me. I just do all of this technology, and it all happens at once, and you're the first ones to get connected. So you normally get a little chance just to duck around and grab what you need for your class while I put all of these different apps and other aspects of this classroom into the different locations so that I can do my class, which has become 21st century now. It's incredible. So I've got sound on that one, and now I just want to press my TikTok link. That's all right. There, and I'll say good morning to everybody on this particular program over here. It's kind of fun. I love how all of these different things are accessible and available. I don't think it wants to. There we go. Good morning. And live streams and other things that I now do in my own morning practice. So yoga class behind me, blocks, mats, whatever you need. It'll literally start in a couple of moments' time. Well, I just finish off a few things here. Good morning to people on Instagram as well. TikTok, hello. Good morning. And yeah, let's go and get ready. Looks like we've been okay up in Queensland, thankfully. Hopefully everybody's okay. If you are up in our northern state, but I think a lot of the problem's going to be in northern New South Wales, where all of that water is going to end up, which is never good because they get a terrible little channel of stuff there. All right, go. All right. Feel free to take a moment now just to get yourself ready. I'll be practicing a Kundalini and Vinyasa kind of flow. We should practice for maybe 30 minutes to 45. So schedule that out in your morning here. And if you are ready and you've got your props, how about you sit on your block or a pillow and elevate your hips. Cross your legs. Place your hands somewhere along your legs or your thighs or your knees. And if it's okay with you, close down your eyes. And allow a few breaths to come in through the nose. And perhaps this morning, just to freshen up the respiratory system, you open your mouth and you sigh that breath away. And let's take another one like that. So we'll inhale deeply through the nose. And then we'll sigh the breath away. And perhaps if there's space for another one like that, you could take that breath again. Or perhaps now we just start to focus the breath as a part of the universe. It'll come and go as it pleases in a natural rhythm. As you take more of your awareness inwards towards the fabric of your skin and into the contours of your muscles. And then dive into the web of your nerves and recognize how the flow of electricity innervates the body. And it might, on its journey, illustrate areas where you feel a little bit of tension. Perhaps there's a sense of stickiness or unease. But with that same amount of awareness, you take yourself through those areas where you feel abundance, you feel freedom, you feel softness. And you encourage the rigidity of the corners of your body to smooth out into rounded edges. And let those edges feel really curved and soft. And take your awareness to the quality of your thoughts now. And let's do the same thing. Let's recognize those areas of rigidity. Can we curve and smooth out those edges? Stay for a few more moments as you tour through the subtle body. Drawing your awareness ever deeper inwards to the universe that exists within you. Slowly bringing your hands to the heart space in Namaskar Mudra. Draw your chin towards your chest and take a moment to greet yourself on the mat. Thank yourself for carving out a few moments in your day to move and synchronize the body and the breath, to illuminate the distractions and allow them to melt away so that you can see yourself with a clear, polished lens, so you can navigate this new day in the direction of more abundance, more peace, more kindness, more compassion, coming from a cup that's full within yourself. If you wish to begin your practice with an Om, you can join me. Otherwise, let the sound reverberate around you. Prepare with an inhale breath. Begin now to rub the palms together, creating and sparking fiery Agni across the palms. Feel into the friction, feel into the heat, and let it spark your Manipura chakra, the fire element of the third chakra, located at the solar plexus. And as the heat is generated across your palms, cover your eyes and absorb the nourishment of that warmth. And as you begin to peel your hands away from your eyes, arrive in your space, open the eyes, lower your left hand down onto your left knee, hold the knee or take Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb to touch, peace fingers of right hand, Nadi Shodhana Kriya or Pranayama technique. It's your peace fingers go to the third eye, and your thumb and your ring finger will alternate opening and closing your nostrils. The exhale breath will be a snap of the belly button like so. So you hear a pulsing out of the breath. But the inhale will be natural and passive through the left nostril, exhaling through the right. I'll tell you to switch about halfway. So let's prepare. Close your right nostril, inhale through left. Close left nostril, exhale right. With that little pump of the belly button. Close the right, reopen left, inhale. Close the left, reopen right, exhale, pump. Good. Now inhale left, exhale right. Let's go. Moving with pace, moving with vigorousness, and pumping the navel center. Oxygen is required to stoke the fire of Manipura. Move into that area with wisdom as you begin to fire up in your practice. Let's keep going. Well done. Open both nostrils. Sit tall with erect spine. In through nose and out through nose. This time we'll switch it up. Close left nostril. Inhale right. Close right nostril. Open left. Pump. Close left. Open right. Re-inhale. Close right. Reopen left. Exhale. Off we go. Open both nostrils, draw a big breath in, and with the exhale breath, take your right hand down to your knee and pause for a moment. Close down your eyes. Ida and Pingala are the solar and lunar channels that rise from the pelvic bowl, and they twist around and up the Shushumna channel in a corkscrew-like effect. And in that respect, they take themselves up to the mind and polish the mind. That's what Nadi Shodhana is all about. It's about cleansing those limiting beliefs, negative thoughts, and activating the dualities of the solar and lunar channels within our body. Let's take a moment now to sit tall in your seat. And as I said, fire is stoked by Agni. Agni is our fiery element, and oxygen is required to create that expression. So breath of fire here is both nostrils exhaling with that snap of your belly button, and inhale deeply. So we begin, and then we go like so. And your inhale will be passive. The exhale will be with that pump. Begin, focus on the horizon. Keep going, even when the awkwardness begins, even when that breathless state occurs, even when you drop into that void, because the void is where it all begins, where you start to shift those negative patterns, the limiting beliefs, and you begin to welcome in the direction of more. Let's keep going. Nice work. Pause for a moment. Let's just settle and recognize how from the spine, the transverse abdominis wrap around at the solar plexus, and you can feel the heat. You're beginning to awaken Kundalini. The Shakti is rising, and that warmth is going along your spine in an upward trajectory. Let's do another round of breath of fire. Sit tall, ground through sit bones, proud the chest. Let's go. Good job. Pause for a moment and feel now, as you breathe normally, the warmth in your legs. The pelvic bowl is beginning to activate, and that energy is rising. The Shakti is within you. It is dormant. It is latent because we suppress it, and that divine feminine begins to awaken here with these Kundalini techniques. The next one is Bhastrika 2, and I'd like you to, on an inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears, and the same expression as breath of fire, exhale as you drop your shoulders away. So I want you to gather, lift, and rise all of those things we carry around in our shoulders, and with the exhale breath, let it drop away and melt away. You know, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, yogis, and it's not fair. We burden ourselves. So let's release it with this special yoga technique. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop and release. Let's go. Halfway. Good job. Hold for a moment. Take a breath. Close down your eyes and tune into that feeling of weightlessness, of a light in your mind, of freedom from some of that negativity, the stuff, the crap that keeps us small. We don't need it in our lives. Let's continue now with our activation of solar and lunar channels. Arms out wide, bend elbows, interlace hands behind the head, proud the chest, widen the elbows, erect the spine, twist to the right, inhale through nostrils, open the mouth, twist to the left, O shape, exhale through the mouth. Inhale right, Ida, exhale left, Pingala. So activating solar lunar, moving with pace and vigorousness, eyes open, focus on horizon. You're going to get breathless and you're going to drop into shunya, the void where you're not even noticing the physical body anymore. Let's go. Grinding at navel center, activating Manipura chakra, stoking that fiery element so that she lifts, she rises, and she punctuates through our limiting beliefs, our negative thoughts, the things that keep us small, so that she allows us to recognize that we're universal. We're not this small macrocosm, the microcosm, we are the macrocosm. Let's keep moving. Twist to the left and pause at the left. Notice how your body interacts with the breath. And let's continue now. We twist left, inhale. And we exhale, O shape through the mouth to the right. Be weird, yogis. Be strange. Be unusual. It's okay. You're in the privacy of your own home, but you are expanding, you are moving beyond, and you are moving in the direction of more. Big twist to the right, come back through center, lower hands down onto knees, and take a moment. How powerful that Kundalini technique is. My thighs are firing, my legs are a little sticky with sweat, and the pelvic bowl is charging. Shakti is rising. She is lubricating the chakras as she rises so that they flow freely, moving us in the direction of more abundance, joy, and happiness, and importantly, connecting us with the heart space, with the truth that resides within us, that we are the universe. We are not this small microcosm. Let's continue to activate solar, lunar, masculine, feminine. Cactus arms, twist to right and shout as loud as you wish in your space the mantra Shiva. And as you twist to the left, it's Shakti, so masculine, feminine, solar, lunar, whatever it is in your expression, but it's Shiva out loud, Shakti to the left. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva, Shakti. Keep going, yogis. It's as though Shiva is this giant warm hug, reminding us that in order to find movement, he represents the stillness. And Shakti, even though you've never heard her speak a word, you can feel her in the clothes on your skin, in the beat of your heart, in the flow of the river, in the song of the bird. The movement, the life, the spark, all of that is Shakti. So move into that now. The stillness of Shiva and the movement of Shakti, all at the navel center, helping to spark the fire. Shiva, Shakti, 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 Shiva. Keep the arms where they are. Cactus, proud chest, ground sit bones. You feel the length. Can you feel the heat? Can you recognize Shakti within you as she rises and makes you become aware of how incredible, how amazing you are? You're going to conquer the ego now with me. Extend the arms out to 60 degrees. Hug the thumbs in, interlace the fingers over the top. We are going to hold this for a full minute and a half because we're strong, we're capable, we are empowered, and you can tune into that thanks to the grounding nature of our Muladhara chakra. So feel into pelvic floor muscles and then recognize the pelvic bowl as this center of fluidity, of feeling, of emotion, of sexuality, and let that just have a little hug inwards and then tune into the core. Tune into Manipura chakra. Welcome in the power, the expression of that fiery element. So if we think of Muladhara as grounding and we think of Svadhisthana as flowing, we think of transformation here in Manipura. And if you strike a match with me and watch the flame, it stays connected to its source, but it's rising, correct? It doesn't burn down and towards the ground. It wants to lift and expand. So lift and expand with me. Extend and reach. Proud through the chest. Focus on the horizon. And I am talking, I'm waffling, I'm consuming your attention so that you maintain the awareness of your own strength. And let yoga show up, because it shows up when you want to give up. And you want to give up because the ego distracts you, because there's a new shiny object over there, or your mobile phone is ringing, or there's some other distraction on the horizon. But no, we're right here. We're right now. We are doing the work. We are shifting those patterns. We don't need the distraction because everything is within us. And as we maintain this for another few breaths, you are going to conquer that expression of distraction. Well done. Congratulations. Lower your hands down onto your knees and take a moment. Sit in that seat of power, of energy, of awareness, of strength, of wonder, of kindness, and of compassion. And recognize from the warmth of your shoulders and the flow of the energy through the nadis down to the fingers, because they are higher than the heart. Can you tune in to the subtle body and the movement and the rhythm of the prana that flows within you? How good does it feel to be alive, and to be alive in this body, and to be the change we want to see in a world that desperately needs the movement in direction of more, in the direction of kindness, of compassion, of less separation, and of more recognizing that the light within me is the same as the light within you. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling, reach up together, and then twist around to the left, right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. As you rotate, you exhale, and then ever so slightly come back to center on the inhale breath, and then exhale, twist once more to the left. Let's do that one more time. A little sweet inhale brings you back to center, and then that exhale breath gives you a little bit more space for that beautiful dynamic twist. Then take yourself back to center with the right arm pointing out in front of you. Exaggerate the lift of the left arm so that as you cross at the elbows, you bend them, you wrap the forearms, and you hold the hands. If that's unavailable, hold the shoulders. But if you are with me with the eagle wrap of your arms, lift the elbows to shoulder height and press the forearms towards me, and press the heart and lungs behind you to the wall. So you're expressing forward and back here. Then start to lift the elbows to shoulder height, and then lower the elbows towards the groin and round the back in a C shape. Inhale to lift and rise. And exhale, draw the elbows in towards the groin, round the chin to chest. Let's do that again. Inhale, up, lift, rise, and then exhale, draw elbows into groin and round the back body, chin to chest. Bring the elbows as high to the shoulders line as possible, and then take the fingers to the left, kind of like as though it's 11 o'clock. And just get a lovely big stretch through all of the different joints in the arms and the shoulders, back through center to midnight, and then over to 1 o'clock. Well done, nice work. Come back to center, uncross, unravel, reach up, rise up. Now this time your left hand lowers down to the left side of your body on the floor, and the right hand finds the left ear, and you start to ever so kindly, ever so gently take that head over to the right, maybe even just peeking with the eyes to the left. But this is not about tugging or pulling or stretching. It is just simply about facilitating sensation along the side of your neck that allows for a little bit of a release of that tension, that weight of the world you carry around on your shoulders. Nice work. Take a moment now just to look down at the combination of your legs. So I'd like you to switch it when we next come to our cross leg. So for me, I've got my left leg in front. So on the other way around, my right leg will be in front. Lean back, proud your chest, widen the legs out in front of you. Take a moment to ground, and then we'll reach up, rise up on an inhale, and bring your arms forward and fold here in a wide leg fold. Let's just take a moment to almost surrender, right? We're just like sort of gesturing down, giving ourselves some space, especially in the hips and the thighs. I like to think of the outer thighs completely turning off here, turning off so that the muscles just drop away from the bones. I find softness in the kneecaps, and just let the toes roll in or roll out depending on your architecture. And feel the length of the spine, and maybe even just as you open the legs up, you recognize how warm they were, how incredible that power and that Kundalini energy. So good. Now as you start to walk your hands back, your chest will rise, and just take your hands underneath your knees, help bend the knees, and then just bring the legs into parallel expression out in front of you. So we'll take a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So you can have a bend in your knees, you can have a prop under your knees, you can still be elevated in your hips. Yogi's choice. Arms up, reach up, rise up. This will be an active expression here, so reaching for something. Is it the toes? Is it the ankles? Is it the calves? But wherever it is, I like to then think, can you engage the heart space to come forward towards the toes rather than folding completely here? So we're stretching all of those sensational muscles along the posterior chain of the body. So you're feeling calves, you're feeling backs of knees, you're feeling hamstrings. And these are very vociferous muscles because they tend to be a little tighter than they should be. So let's just encourage for a moment to tune into that sensation and give ourselves a few deep breaths. Very good. Let's take the hands behind the knees, bend the knees to help slide the feet towards you, rotate the knees out, bring soles of feet to touch, and before we do anything, take the thumbs, dig them deep into the soles of your feet. And yeah, I sound un-yogi there. Get really deep, really press into the soles of your feet. Why? The soles of your feet get sticky. Why do they get sticky? Because you put them in foot coffins all day. You don't walk around enough bare feet. They get sticky and they get uncomfortable. So as you palpate into the soles of your feet, you wake them up. You give them a nice little reminder that they do so much work for you. They press down on the planet and allow us to move around, and they feel the reciprocity of the earth back into them. And then hold the feet like a book, open them out wide, and flap your butterfly wings. Get into your hip joint. Nice big flaps. Get as fast as you wish. So in order to move on to the next side, as I said before, what was the combination of your legs last time? This time I want to bring my left leg in first, sit up on my prop for my seated position, and right shin in second. So there, change the combination of your legs, and then take the arms up overhead, inhale, and we'll twist around to the right, exhale, breath. Let's continue to move through that. So it's coming back to center slightly on the inhale, and we twist around on the exhale, breath to the right. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, back through center, lengthen, lift. Exhale, twist and rinse around to the right. Great. And then as you come back to center, your left arm's going to be the one out in front of you here. Exaggerate the lift of the right. Cross at the elbows. Bind at the arms. Hold the hands. Lift the elbows. Big breath. Inhale. And elbows draw into groin. Exhale, breath. Inhale, lift and rise. And then exhale, draw the elbows in towards the groin. Nice work. One more breath. Up. Rise up. Reach up. Inhale. And elbows in towards the groin and round the spine. Now as you bring your elbows up to shoulder height, focus the forearms forward and the upper back towards the wall behind you. So you're getting this forward and back expression, and especially from the heart space. Tune into how that expansion really generates a lot of integrity, a lot of warmth in the upper back, in the shoulders, in the elbows. One more breath here. And then take it all over to the 1 o'clock position. Feels really, really good in the shoulders. Through your center and then over to the left to that 11 o'clock position. Uncross, unravel, reach up, rise up, look up, and then exhale, hands on knees, shifting forward onto your all fours position, tabletop. Remove props off to one side and take yourself through a few rounds of cow and cat. So inhale through cow. And exhale, dome the back, press away from the earth, chin to chest, cat. Inhale through the cow. Press down through the toenails, press down through the hands. Exhale through the cat, chin to chest. Look at the belly button, draw it in. Inhale, cow. Tilt the tailbone up. And then exhale, cat. I didn't really understand the cow position until I saw the cows in India. Completely different to the cows in Australia. Well, not completely different, but there's definitely that cow-like spine in the Indian cows and not so much in Australian cows, or at least the ones I've seen. Inhale through cow. Now, when you next go into cat, turn it into sexy cat. It's not me being a bit cheeky. It's me being a little bit like, why don't you move in a way like a feline would to allow those little areas of resistance and stickiness to get a chance to have a smoothing out. Because it's through the playfulness of the body, it's the somatic expression of movement that helps us to smooth out those rigid corners. Give those little areas that little bit of extra love, perhaps that they need it. You can change the orientation of the hands, get funky in elbows, wrists, forearms, neck, shoulders, hips. You could even tuck toes, send hips back towards the heels, and in that expression you get a beautiful stretch along the soles of your feet, even though we did a little bit of work before into that area of the body. Good morning to everyone on TikTok. As always, you're the community that just sends me so much appreciation and love. Thank you for all the love hearts and whatnot. But as you can tell, I'm a long way from my camera, so I can't actually interact on a one-on-one basis because I'm also streaming through other platforms here. So take a moment now just to come back to your stable tabletop, and if you're like me and do a bit of typing during your day, you'll appreciate warming up the fingers and the wrists. So lift the thumbs and then lift the palms and come forward onto 4 fingers of each hand. Hinge at your first row of knuckles, and from that row of knuckles, lift and lower the palms for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms down, thumbs down. Sway the head and neck and shoulders from side to side. Tuck your toes. Place the hands a full handprint further down the mat. Send the hips back towards the heels and then lift the hips to the sky and nod the head, pedal the feet as downward facing dog unfolds. First one of the morning, so don't overanalyze this here. Just be playful in the legs, the hips and the knees, and feel into the integrity of the first row of knuckles, the neutral wrist, the neutral elbow, but there's engagement there. And then, of course, the shoulders are where we want to focus our integrity. We want to feel into the strength that we're cultivating there, the width across the upper back, the knit of the ribs in, and the belly button drawn in and up. Head heavy, neck long, maybe even a nod here, just to loosen up the back of the neck. And just now find a moment of stillness in our familiar old friend, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. How about a couple of breaths? How slowly can you walk forward on your next exhale breath so your feet arrive at your hands at the top of your mat? No need to rush, and let that be that full exhale breath. Upon arrival, feet are hip width, hands on shins or knees, halfway lift, big breath, inhale. And then deep bend in knees, tummy on thighs, fold, exhale, breath. Hold elbows, head heavy, neck long. Svadhisthana chakra here, sacrum, is our engagement point. And we want that watery realm to start to flow that beautiful hydration down your spine. As it does, it carves out new channels, fresh course, and through that course, it starts to recognize where you are blocked, where you are holding tension, where you are gripping. And in that process, it gathers up that stickiness and begins to send it all the way down to the mind. And in the top of the mind, we open the trapdoor and we let it all drip out because we don't need it, doesn't serve us. You think about the same crap every day. Why do we do that? Because it's a distraction. Does it serve us? No. Why do we do it? Because it's there. So let's not, because there's just patterns that we get caught up in. Dangle hands, chin to chest, and please accept that I am no expert at it. I just express the way I feel. We're rolling up through our mountain pose, vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. As you can believe me, I do ruminate on stuff, send myself through those doom cycles of limiting beliefs. Arms beside the body, soles of feet grounded, muscles in the legs engaged, neutral pelvis, belly button in, ribs contained, chin to chest, length up the back of the neck. Stand tall, stand strong like the Himalayas on the horizon, and the yogis were so impressed by. Why? Because they're stable, they're steady, they're strong, they're forever. So be like that. Recognize that that is within you. And even though this body is disintegrating moment by moment, there is a never-changing, always constant version of you, the Atman within. Big toes touch, hands come to heart, chin to chest. Take a moment if you want to set up your day with a little sankalpa or an intention, please do so. And if you work with Ujjayi Pranayama, you might like to activate it. And on your next inhale, sweep the hands out wide, up to sky, gather that positivity, reach up, rise up, inhale, and then return to earth, exhale breath as you fold. Halfway lift, hands on shins, inhale breath, crown ahead forward, exhale, plant hands, step back to high plank. Now option 1 is to lower the knees, or option 2, stay with me here, strong against the earth, proud across the upper back, long and strong in legs, roll inner thighs up to sky, belly button in, forward and away with your intention. You're moving in the direction of more. Your feet are in the past, the future is in front of you. Which way do you want to look? I bet you it's forward. Holding 3, for 2, and lower the knees, cross the ankles behind you, draw heels to butt, tricep push-ups to warm up the back of arms, exhale, lower halfway down, press back up, inhale, exhale, lower back down, inhale, halfway back, lift back up, exhale, lower halfway down. See if you can hug the elbows in towards your rib cage, squeezing through that area of your body, activating the lymph on your sides of your ribs. Uncross the feet, tuck the toes, lower the chest and the chin, scoop tailbone up to ceiling, and then slither forward onto tummies into cobra. Inhale, breath. Now exhale, just release all that. Spinal balance here. Peek over right shoulder, look behind you, lift right leg, inhale. Then come back through center, exhale, peek over left shoulder, lift left leg, inhale. Lower left back down and return through center, exhale. So inhale right, lift, reach and peek. Exhale through center, and then inhale left. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And an exhale. Let's do one more each side. Inhale. Beautiful way to balance and harmonize through the spine, the neck, the shoulders, just toning, warming. Good job. Come back through tabletop. Meet me there. Legs are parallel. So toenails ground, knees are hip width, shoulders over wrist. Sit back on heels momentarily. And then on an inhale, shift forward, reach right arm forward, left leg back. Then exhale breath, fist the right hand, tap the elbow and knee and dome your back under body. Lower hand and knee back down, sit back on heels. Inhale, lift, left arm, right leg, extend. Exhale, contract under body and dome. Lower hand, knee back down, sit back on heels. So inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, tap, sit back on heels. Inhale, lift, left arm, right leg. Exhale, tap, sit back on heels. Inhale, right and left leg. Exhale, tap, sit back. 2 more each side. So left arm, right leg, tap. Release and sit. Right arm, left leg, reach, extension. Exhale, contraction. Lift, left arm, right leg. Tap, contract. Lift, right arm, left leg, tap, and contract. Stay in the tabletop. Meet me there. Place your hands, a whole handprint further forward. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Tuck toes, hips back to heels. Lift. Feel the integrity of those knuckles. Feel the integrity engagement of your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Walk forward, top of mat. Exhale. Hands on shins. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sky. Exhale, earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank. Knees, chest, chin, lowers on the exhale. We slither forward. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, walk forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Urdhva Hastasana, inhale, upward salute. Uttanasana, forward fold. Exhale all the way. Inhale, Ardha, halfway. Exhale, Palakasana, plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale, breath. Inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk forward on your next exhale, or step or hop forward perhaps. Halfway on the inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sky. And exhale, earth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant hands, step back, high plank. Option 1, knees, chest, chin to cobra. Option 2, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, inhale, upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hey, just stay for a moment. Is there more space down the backs of the legs now? More of the soles of the feet coming into engagement with the texture of the mat, maybe more length at the back of the knees, maybe integrity at the knuckles, shoulders warm and strong, head heavy, neck and long. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, left foot steps to left thumb. Back foot plants at a 45-degree angle, and widen your stance first. So give yourself more space. And then Virabhadrasana 1, rising up. Proud the chest. Lift from your low ribs all the way to the fingertips. Some people don't mind just to align the pelvic bowl forward. That can feel nice in people's body. If that's not for you, you stay where you feel that pelvis is comfortable. And we're holding here with the breath, the ribs knitted in, and the focus on the horizon. As you sweep the hands down behind you, interlace the knuckles and fingers and extend the arms away from you. Proud the chest and take the biggest breath in. And then with humbleness, bow yourself forward, left shoulder into the left knee, knuckles to the sky. Feel grounded in the front foot and slightly lighter on the back foot. Head heavy, neck long. Feel good, right? Big deep breaths. The squeeze of the shoulder blades. You know, we draw our shoulder heads forward all day, doing all this typing and all of that stuff. And how good does it feel to contract? To take it all back and the other way. We're heading up to Vira 2, so release the hands, sweep the right hand down across the floor, up and overhead, and then bring hands onto hips and shuffle feet so back foot's parallel with the short edge of mat and front foot's 12 o'clock pointing away from you. Hands on hips, lunge into front knee. So it's a grounding energy of our Prana Vayu, Apana Vayu, and then Prana Vayu is the inhale breath that opens you up here. And you sit in your warrior 2 with the expression of the front heel grounded, the back to pinky toes pressing down. And just take a moment. Take a few breaths. Did you hear about the epic battle at Kurukshetra millennia ago? Arjuna and Krishna in their chariot. and Arjuna slumping down and unable to fight the demons and all of those on the other side because they were his family. That battle is similar to the battle in our heads, and it's not dissimilar to many of us that have battles within our families. And in some cases, those battles are painful, difficult, and really hard to confront. But Krishna advises Arjuna to do what must be done. And so here, I'd like you to take your front hand as though you're about to shake somebody's hand and draw the thumbs in. That is your focus point. Draw the fingers in. The thumb is your focus point. So when a yogi has to fight, it's their last resort. But the only option once they start to fight is to win. So with this expression of Arjuna and the support of Krishna, take your right arm forward, grab the bow of your arrow and draw it all the way back on an inhale. And then the exhale, we pump into that left knee with our breath of fire. And your arms are strong. Your focus on that front thumb through your drishti allows the room to blur out. And you keep pumping that navel center breath. Breath of fire. Move beyond the boundaries of, I can't do this. This is too strong. This is too hot. This is too hard. Because guess what? Life's gritty. Life's hard. Life's difficult. You've got to show up for yourself. Be the change you want to see in the world. No one else is going to do it. 10 more. Get ready to release that arrow out of the right hand. Flies off, smashing through those barriers and bringing your hands into your heart center at your heart space and hold. And breathe. Come back around to the wide leg fold where your feet are parallel with the hip width. The feet are parallel with the edges of your mat. You proud your chest, big breath in. And then you exhale, you fold here. And just take a few moments in your breath. In your fold. You might even like to take a halfway lift to lengthen the crown of head forward, and then exhale, breath fold. And toe heel the feet in to about a bit wider than the mat. Bring your hands onto your knees and start to roll up and sit deep into your seat. Focus on the horizon here. It's a powerful Kriya technique here to bring all of the abundance inwards with positivity and the fresh breath in. And then with the exhale breath, we're releasing, we're letting go. Yeah? So hinge forward, dangle the arms forward. 2-part inhale. 1 part draws the elbows in towards the sides of the body with the hands in a fist. The second part of the inhale stands you up, you reach up, you rise up, and you open up. And then on the exhale, we come back exactly where we were before, hands in fists, elbows in tight, and then that exhale breath is that expression of just letting go, okay? So 1 part inhale, 2 part inhale, 1 part exhale, 2 part exhale. If you've only got 60 seconds with me, hang around for this. It's worth it. 1 part inhale, 2 part inhale, 1 part exhale, 1 part exhale. Here we go. Spark some joy, spark some happiness. Be okay with the coordination. If you're getting it wrong, it doesn't matter. It's 2-part inhale, 2-part exhale. Just move and let yourself shift some of that negativity, some of the stuff that keeps you small. Let's go. One more big breath together. Release. Hands on fronts of thighs. Hold there for a breath. Well done, everybody. Good job. Hands on hips. Rotate so that your right foot now points away at 12 o'clock and the back foot shuffles to a 45-degree angle. Widen the stance. Hands on hips. Ground front heel, ground pinky toe. Chest forward, rise up, reach up, Virabhadrasana 1. Focus on the horizon, lunge into front knee, and then with humbleness, sweep the arms back, and whatever is the unusual, awkward grip, take that through the fingers, cross the thumbs in their unusual combination, and start to lower the right shoulder into the right knee, chin to chest, knuckles to sky. Head to Vira 2, so release the hands, left hand sweeps down, up, overhead, windmills round, holds the hands on the hips, shuffle the front foot to 12 o'clock center of mat, back foot, parallel short edge of mat. Lunge into front knee, right knee, and pinky toe edge of back foot is engaged. Then inhale, open up to Warrior 2. Final side here for Arjuna, this technique of smashing through those limiting beliefs as though you're that beautiful archer Arjuna on the battlefield at Kurukshetra, facing demons, facing internal, external thoughts of inability to maintain this expression of strength and the character of the yoga, the practice of the yogi. So take your right hand as though you want to shake somebody's hand, hug the fingers in and focus on the lifted thumb. Inhale breath, left hand forward, sweep it back, pull it tight, and then lunge into your right knee. Get ready to release that arrow and smash through anything that stands in your way because you're strong, you're competent. There it goes. And then bring your hands through to heart space. Rotate the right foot to parallel with the long edges of your mat. Heart forward, hands on hips. Lift and then fold. Take a moment in this forward fold just to let all of that, let it all just integrate into the body. Somatically, we've moved in a way that has warmed up from the soles of the feet through to the crown of the head. And now, as we prepare to end our class, just take a moment in this bowing gesture of head below heart and just say thank you to yourself. Thank you for showing up. Toe heel the feet in all the way. Begin to roll up vertebra by vertebra, bone by bone. Bring the hands into the heart space and reconnect with your intention you set 40 minutes ago. And with that intention close to the heart, ground your left foot and sweep and step the right toes behind you. Cactus the arms and bring the index finger and thumb to touch. Then come back through your center and inhale there, exhale there. And then inhale to open up, sweep left foot behind, step back, open heart, widen collarbones. So this is Chaitanya, and they were a devotee of Krishna. So we've just done our Arjuna practice, and now we're tuning into that beautiful compassion and wonderful kindness of our Krishna expression here, but it's through a devotee of his known as Chaitanya. So as you step the left foot behind, you inhale, open up, widen the collarbones and bring index finger and thumb to touch and recognize the knowledge we've cultivated in class, the wisdom. And if it works for you to slowly sort of start to close your eyes, that could be the case. But if you get dizzy or you get a little bit wobbly, just keep the eyes open. It's okay. Step behind, open up. And then come back through your center to the heart space and close your eyes down. Take a few breaths here. welcome in all of that abundance, all of that fresh energy. And as we prepare to head out for our day, draw your chin towards your chest. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Greet this beautiful version of yourself and the remainder of this wonderful day with the Hindi word Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today. Just getting a message, there's no sound, but it appears there's sound on other people, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Sorry if there wasn't, but anyway, enjoy, take care, be kind to one another, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now. Goodness me. Okay. Not sure what was going on with the sound there. I'll have to check that out. Good morning, everyone in TikTok. Thank you for, once again, all of your love and support. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.